Rescue the planet or something like that. And he's 14. His name is Oscar in UK. I'm like, dude, it's so nice to meet you. I love your posts and stuff. He's like, dude, that means a lot. Thank you.
Aww, that's adorable.
No, it's so cool though.
They have that in Georgia. They have the Captain Planet Foundation.
I've never seen any of those episodes, and I want to.
You've never seen a Captain Planet?
No. And I'm ashamed to say that.
It.
I'm just like, or no, I lied. I have seen one episode. I'm sorry. I lied.
Wait,
I have.
Have you started recording?
Yeah, we're going now. So whenever he goes.
Okay. Cool.
Kind of getting off on tangents. We'll be talking about nonsense.
Oh, I could talk about all this stuff so much, but
We have a request.
What's that?
Can we pause it?
Yeah.
happy birthday.
Yeah, that's so cool.
It was July.
That's
so.
sick.
Had to go.
All right. Let's hit it. Yeah. We're rolling already? Oh.
No.
I wasn't sure if you stopped it. All right. Anyway.
But
All right. It's on. Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Drink. This is a show that talks about the environment and climate issues and solutions over a couple of nice, refreshing adult beverages. Thank you for joining us today. We got Lauren Brajer and Jillian Barry. How are you guys today?
Doing pretty well.
Doing good?
Thirsty.
Yeah.
Thirsty?
Yeah.
Well, good.
Good answer.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad to have you guys on the show. Seriously, this is awesome.
Thank you for
Thank you.
having us.
Nah, no problem. We met well, last time at the
Three
the
weeks ago? Right?
was it
At
3 weeks ago?
What's
The-
this
the
month?
last-
November SurfRider meeting.
the November SurfRider meeting. There you go.
Mhm.
And yeah, because you were talking about social media and stuff, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh hey, pick me, I can help. So yeah, that was a good day.
And photography. And you
Yeah,
jumped
photography.
in and
Yeah, and I was like, hey, I could do a video for the holiday party, which is
and
cool.
Definitely
the
need
more help
those.
the
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Definitely need those. We have a YouTube account that we don't
Yeah,
use,
yeah.
so.
No, yeah, I definitely love to help out with that. That'd be cool. But yeah, so we met through that, and so I know you guys are part of SurfRider Foundation, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And what's it called? So with SurfRider, like tell us, for those of us that don't know, like, you know, your role and like how, you know, what's going on with SurfRider, like what is it about?
So the national SurfRider is it's been around for forever.
Yeah, 1984. It's like ingrained in my brain.
There you go.
Yeah, it's been around since 1984, and it started actually out in Malibu. It was a group of surfers who didn't want their area, Malibu, it was getting polluted and overdeveloped. So they kind of tried to take a stand and do something about the pollution and the overdevelopment, and it's turned into a very big thing. There's 84 chapters and over 50 youth clubs
And then
in the U.S.
Because you're involved too. Hell
in
yeah.
the
there
U.S.
you go.
Yeah, there's like a lot of, there's a school in Montclair. It's a private school in Montclair, and they have a like a club, and they came down and did a beach cleanup with us for the International Coastal Cleanup Day in September.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
How did that go?
went really well. We picked up like over 30 pounds of trash in just a single beach.
Jesus.
Yeah, in it like an hour.
Was any of it recyclable at least?
Not really.
No?
No, like a lot of microplastics, a lot of hair ties.
A lot of things that you probably don't want to say.
Yeah. Yeah, the kids were a little shocked about some
Oh,
things.
yeah, they're probably like, Mommy, what's this?
They're in high school, so I feel like they kind of know, but...
Was it like, you know, like all ages too? Like, you know, obviously kids and adults?
Yeah, well, they had a couple of chaperones with them, and then a teacher that kind of oversees the club. But there was one girl who is like the leader of it, and she was actually super inspiring because she just the teacher was saying that like he barely does anything. She just takes charge and she like gets it done. Like she organized this whole trip down and she organizes like all these different things for them, like fundraisers. So it's pretty cool. It's cool to see younger kids getting involved.
No, that's
it's really
awesome,
important.
though. That's really good.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And just before we go any
Yeah,
further,
you
we
can.
could just the overall mission of the foundation is the dedication and protection of the world's oceans, waves, and beaches through powerful activism. So we kind of try to ingrain that into everybody's minds so that we remember why we're doing this. So it's pretty much for not just for surfers because it is SurfRider, but for anybody who loves and cares and uses the beach, lives near the beach, cares about the ocean, because there's only one and we have to protect it while we can. So
That's awesome.
yeah, so just remember that that's why we're here and that's why we do what we do. So
It gives
That's
a lot
so
to
sick.
us, so we should be
Yeah,
Yeah.
keeping
definitely.
it.
I mean,
you know?
I like going to the beach like all the time.
Yeah.
yeah, just remember how
Yeah.
how much of the world is the ocean. So
Yeah.
and
Did
how we're
that-
not really taking care of it right now.
No.
So we're
Didn't
trying.
they didn't they like come out with a like a census on or like a survey like how
Yeah, they do the
how
state
much
of
like
the state of your state of your beach. They
yeah
do. I think they do it every
Yeah,
year.
we just posted that
Yeah.
right on our.
They do it every year, so they kind of grade every state on their coastline, like how they're doing. They look at pollution, water quality, but also things like beach replenishment and development, like how your state's legislations are on developing on the coastline. And New Jersey's failing. And mainly because of coastal development, because we still allow people to build directly on the beach, and that's an issue. And we also
that's hard.
spend a lot of money on beach replenishment. So
Yeah, they dredged the hell out of LBI, specifically Beach Haven, like Wooden Jetty area.
yeah,
Because like when I used to surf there down with my friend a lot when I was going into OCC, I kept going down there, you know, to
Yeah.
surf and stuff. And it was like the break was awesome. Like, you know, surfing there was such a great time. Then I haven't gone there in a while, and the last time I went there was
changed fully.
yeah, like probably during the summer or something like that. Or no, like October or something like that. And it's totally different. Like I
Yeah.
took some pictures down there, but it literally looks like a desert. Like just the
There's so
beach
much
is like
sand,
so
yeah.
much. Yeah, there's so much sand, and I'm just like, it wasn't the best decision, just because God forbid another natural
Yeah.
disaster happens, that all that sand is going right
Yeah.
back to the ocean again.
It's-
So it's like,
I always say beach replenishment is putting a Band-Aid on a gushing wound, and we just continually
Pretty much.
spend taxpayer money on it, and it is not a solution. They just passed it from Point Pleasant to Seaside, or even further. They're going to do a massive beach replenishment, and it's extending the beach out. They've already started it, and it was like a huge fight with a lot of homeowners there, but I think for other reasons. I think they were more worried about if their private property was going to be affected rather than...
oh, I kept hearing so much stuff about that, because they're
Yeah.
like, oh, is it gonna destroy my view of the ocean? I'm
Yeah.
like, are you really more concerned about the view of your ocean, or
Your house isn't
your
gonna be
house
there?
is gonna no longer be there with you in it?
It's
like,
not
come
going to
on.
be there in like 50
I'm
years
like,
anyway, but-
how almost sensitive can you, or not sensitive, selfish
Yeah.
can you be? Because I'm like, you also have, you know, a whole good quarter mile, well, probably eighth of a mile now, of just people behind you, you know, blocks until you
Yeah.
hit the bay. And it's just like, why are you caring about just yourself? I mean, yeah, we all have to be a little selfish
Yeah.
to an extent, but come on.
I mean, I think, especially for like Maniloking, Bayhead, I think the problem there is that those houses shouldn't be there. Like they're not going to be, I don't think, in 50 years. I don't think there's like any way of stopping that, really. But I don't think people keep building. Like I go down there all the time. That's where I live, is that area. And I just see new houses being built on the beach right there. Like brand new, like 3-story houses. And it's just like,
Well, right where it was cleared out,
yeah,
too?
yeah. It's where all the houses were missing.
Yeah.
From Sandy, and they're
Well,
rebuilding.
yeah, of course, yeah.
They're putting on
Every
stilts,
time I
but-
hit that, you know, pass by there, if I'm like, you know, wherever I'm going, it's just like, it's such a reminder that I'm like, wow, Sandy. I feel like Sandy
Yeah.
just hit like a month ago, and I'm
Yeah.
like, wait, wasn't it like 6 years ago or something like that? Like, come on.
We were just part of an event, Hands Across the Sand, where we actually had to remind people that it was only 5 years ago, and John Weber spoke where he actually...
Oh, I was there.
We actually had to remind people of the events that occurred throughout the day. It was his part was very powerful because he reminded us of the actual events that took place from the beginning of the day to after it actually happened and was here. And I lost my house during Hurricane Sandy. There were a couple people there that had actually lost their house. Representatives from the Sierra Club, the mayor of Asbury Park was there, Representative Frank Pallone was there. A lot of people, just civilians, were telling their story.
The head of the Sierra Club was there, right?
Yep,
You
yep.
just said.
The League of Conservation Voters, New Jersey League of Conservation
Yeah, I
Voters
actually
had put it
interviewed
on.
one of them because I filmed that event.
Oh, good.
So
yeah.
if anyone wants to go check out
I
that
know,
event.
it was supposed to be outside, kind of just
Everyone
showing
holding
the
hands.
new, whoever the new.
Well, because that's a whole entire national event. Like everyone on their beaches, like actually sit there and hold hands and do the whole
So
thing.
it's supposed to send a message to the governor-elect, who now is Phil Murphy, but a message that we are still suffering and still going through that. And I think it did send a message, and now it is Phil's job to help the remainder of the
carry
people
that
that are
out,
still going through tough times and
Yeah.
having problems with insurance companies and so forth.
because
dealing
there's a
with
lot that
Hurricane
goes on to
Sandy.
that. I
Yeah,
bet.
Yeah, and just that we still are having trouble with our barrier islands, things like that. And I think that John did a good job representing how SurfRider feels and what we do with our dune grass plantings and how we feel about the beach replenishments and so forth. And it was powerful because the day had a Hurricane Sandy feel to it.
Yeah,
So a lot
yeah.
of people did not show up because the
storming.
rain was pretty much coming in sideways through buildings. It was flooded. It was not a day you want to leave your house.
Yeah.
So
No, definitely not.
reminded a lot of people of Hurricane Sandy. So
Yeah.
that was rough. That was a rough day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually filmed that event and it's actually on my YouTube. So
Yeah, that's good,
in case
yeah.
you guys want to check it out, it's Hands Across the Sand SurfRider Foundation event, something along that.
Yeah.
But
we do have a Hands Across the Sand, but it's different than that as well.
what?
The Hands Across the Sand. That was the Hands Across the Boards.
Hands across the boards. Yes.
Because then there is Hands Across the Sand,
Well,
which
the
is
event that SurfRider did, I
separate.
filmed that one, but I didn't. Wait, what is that called again? Hands Across the
the
boards?
boards,
Like the
yeah,
boardwalk.
the sand.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because there is, I think it's SurfRider does it, but with Sierra Club is Hands Across the Sand.
This was New
Yeah.
Jersey Conservation League
Yeah.
of Voters.
Oh,
Started that one, yeah.
I think I think they've emailed me a couple times about like what's going on and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So there's still work that needs to be done. Is
Oh, there's
the main message of
there's always work that has to be done, but I mean, not that that's a bad thing. I'm just saying like there's something always going on, and being active in it is really good though. Just because it shows that everyone in your community that is active in it obviously cares about everything that's going on, which is good.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got there. But
It took me a really long time. I feel like I've been a member of SurfRider for so long, and then I feel like this past summer is kind of when I started getting way more involved.
How long? Like, when did you become a SurfRider member?
Oh God, I don't know. I feel like I've been it's also one of those things where
Taking us to like
it's been a
06 or
year and then
something,
you
I
don't
don't know.
remember when you renewed your membership. So
Yeah.
I feel like off and on I've been a member since I was probably like 10 or 11.
I feel like you become a member of SurfRider, and then it takes something where you become a member of a chapter, and you become really active with one specific chapter.
Yeah.
And then you settle down in an area because some kids go away to college, and then you're active. Like my brother is right now very active in Rhode Island.
Yeah.
And they're a really small chapter, and they do local events there. And then I kind of settled down here, and I decided finally to become more active with the Jersey Shore chapter.
Yeah.
So I think it just depends where you are locally, where you can help out. But as just a member, you kind of just hop around and help wherever you can with local events. But becoming, I think, a board member or having a position is a different story. So
Yeah.
I think just it depends on what kind of time you have, and as long as you can help out or come to events and like kind of just look on our social media pages and see what's going on and volunteer and help out on a Saturday or come to an event at night. Like we
Yeah.
have our holiday party today. Just kind of come in and check out.
I'm
and
so
see
excited for that
everything.
too.
Yeah,
I'm so
that
excited
was
for
like
that.
a shameless plug.
Yeah. we'll plug it after too.
So
Go to the holiday party. It's gonna be really fun.
Last Wave Brewery in Point Pleasant.
I'm filming that event tonight too.
Very
I'm supposed
cool.
to. I'm trying to have a couple of my friends go.
That is
They seem
exciting.
interested, so hoping.
You should tell them to get a membership
Yeah.
and entry. It's cheaper.
It is. It is actually
Yeah.
cheaper.
Because the membership's usually like starts at 25,
Yeah.
and this
It's
is
just
35 for a membership and entry.
Yeah.
You get good food, be live
Pint glass.
music, a pint glass,
a drink ticket
yeah, free beer.
and giveaways.
Do they get
Yeah.
the metal straws that we have right here?
No,
No.
Oh,
not yet.
not yet. That's
We're-
it. That's in progress,
We
right?
are
trying to-
using
trying to
metal
work on
straws.
it.
We are using metal straws. Yep.
I'm working on that part.
I have to start using metal straws from now on, or just no straws in general.
So
But
that was one thing we did in November. We kind of promoted no straw November.
yeah.
oh, just like no shave November.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah. So
No
Except for
straw,
I'm not really doing
shave.
too good on that part.
yeah, Julie posted a cool thing on our Instagram page. What was the awesome stat we had?
Well, there's 500 million straws a day are used in the U.S. alone.
So when you think about like how many straws, even like if you go to takeout, I mean, I remember, I think I went to McDonald's. I know it's horrible, but I did it. And I went and I didn't even order a drink, and I got home and there were 3 straws in my bag.
Yeah.
And
They just throw them
it's,
in.
it's just such, when you think about how much
Yeah.
of a waste it is. And when we do cleanups, I did a cleanup with Clean Ocean Action, and we collect so many straws, and you just think it's such a single-use problem, and you use it once and you throw
Yeah.
it away, and it's what purpose is it really serving? And you go to a restaurant and you get a straw, and how many times you actually unwrap it and put it in your drink,
Yeah.
and how many times do they give you 10 of them and it's only you and a boyfriend or you and
Yeah.
a friend out to dinner, and why
Or you
like,
get one
why
in
are you
every
using-
drink
Yeah,
when
it's-
I am so guilty of not like. The other day, I actually went to the bar with a couple of my friends, and as soon as they came back with the straw, I'm like,
We all
oh
are.
damn.
I mean, I feel like I'm
It's
crazy
a hard
about
habit
plastic
to break.
use,
I'm not
and
gonna lie, it is
Yeah.
hard.
I forget to say it when I order a drink at a bar because for some reason in my head, a lot of times I'm getting a drink, I don't think they're gonna give me one, and then they do. So, and I'm crazy about plastic, and I always forget at bars. Trying to be better.
So we have an awesome program called Ocean Friendly Restaurants, and that's one of the options you can choose when becoming an ocean friendly restaurant is to stop serving straws or only serve straws on demand. I
Yeah.
believe it's just to stop serving straws altogether, but
There's
so,
a few places that are actually
Yeah,
going
yeah,
into
we-
the whole ban against plastic straw
yeah,
use and stuff.
when you think about takeout
Yeah.
containers, the options you can choose to not have a plastic takeout container or to not put your takeout food in a plastic bag, just not use plastic forks, plastic
Yeah.
knives, putting your plastic utensils in a plastic bag, like just putting them in the takeout container. There's a bunch of different ways you can look and become the criteria that you can choose to become an ocean friendly restaurant. Go ahead. Go ahead.
There's 4 mandatory, and it's you can't use styrofoam at all. No styrofoam use. You have to have proper recycling practices, and also only use reusable tableware when there's in like dining. You know, if the people are eating in your restaurant, you have to use reusable, and you have to not just give the takeout utensils. They have to ask for them. And then also no plastic bags are offered at all. And then those are 4 mandatory, and then you have to choose 3 other requirements, and there's a list you can choose from, but you have to choose 3, and I think the straws are on that. I think another one is having like your water, make sure it's like low flow faucets and toilets. I also think
They have some of those toilets in restaurants now.
Yeah.
At least the ones that I've gone to, where I've never seen it before though, but like on the top of the
option.
the little option, it's
Yeah.
like green and then like the regular button. I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, what is this?
Yeah.
It's like
We're actually doing
Yeah,
something now?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
one drop or 2 drops.
yeah, I was like, okay, I'm guessing the green one is
Yeah.
like less water flow. The regular one is obviously the water flow. But I was about to press it, and all of a sudden I walked I moved a little bit, and all of a sudden just flushed. I'm
Yeah,
like,
flush for
okay,
you.
well there goes that button. Then.
Yeah.
You're like, what's that for?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the Ocean Friendly Restaurants is a really good campaign, and it's actually good for restaurants because we promote them. SurfRider, like the national organization, will put the restaurant on their page, and it's kind of like free marketing for them. And we can give you like stickers and little things to put on tables that say that they're ocean friendly restaurants, so everyone knows that they're doing a little bit to help
Hell
you know,
yeah, that's
the environmental
awesome.
issues, and it's
That's
a really
really
good
good.
program. We're kind of working right now, like our chapter is kind of working to try to get a lot more
Like
restaurants.
Second Jetty in
Yeah.
Seabright, New
Yes.
Jersey.
Yeah, Second Jetty
Cough,
just
cough.
joined. Second Jetty and Seabright just joined, which is amazing.
And you don't have to be a seafood restaurant
No,
to join
no.
for SurfRider. Just
Yeah.
because we are attached to the ocean doesn't mean you have to be offering seafood.
Yeah.
It can be any type of food restaurant.
Yeah.
So don't
And
think that you have to be.
It's kind of easy. I mean, I feel like the 4 mandatory ones are pretty easy, and then the fact that you have the option to, you know, one of the options is no beverages sold in plastic bottles. Like that, for some restaurants, that shouldn't be that hard because you're not, you know, don't sell plastic water bottles.
Yeah.
And they're making it, you know, now they have they have boxed water. They also have so many companies now that are putting out like corn utensils, and they can't be recycled actually, but they can be
They break down.
composted. But we need a composting in New Jersey, so that's another thing. That's a whole nother issue.
Well, speaking of composting, my old college has a huge composting facility that is really cool, and I've never like worked it, but I've always like, you know, seen it and like, you know, kind of like, you know, brought some of the Earth Club members around it because I did the videos for the Earth Club there, but yeah, composting is awesome though. I just like.
It is.
And it's like just all these simple things that we're doing are really honestly simple. They're really not hard to do. Like for example, like you're talking about the whole, you know, plastic and stuff like that. It's really not that hard to do.
It's just breaking habit.
It's
breaking
it's a
habit.
small habit that you have to break. That it's like
Yeah.
you're so used to doing it, and then you're like, okay, like just gotta be a little bit more conscious about it.
Yeah.
That's really it.
And I feel like it also starts. It's supply and demand. Like people don't realize, you know, you say to someone like, "Oh, don't get that plastic bag," and they're like, "Well, it's just one plastic bag," and people don't realize that it's supply and demand. Like that one plastic bag, like you are buying it, so there is going to be more in production because you are getting that bag, and you just have to consciously try to stop because then they'll stop producing it if there isn't a demand for it.
The demand will just
Yeah.
slowly go down.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully more people. I think more people are becoming aware. It's just
Well, the
Are
awareness
people-
has like slowly blown up lately.
Yeah.
Like I've been listening to. There's a bunch of podcasts out. For example, I'm just gonna, you know, give a shout out to them. But Think Sustainability. They're
I've
they're a
listened to
radio
that one,
station
yeah.
out of UTS, University of Technology, Sydney.
I've listened to that. Yeah,
They're so good.
Yeah.
Their shows are only like I think they try to keep it like under like 30 minutes, but they're really good. So shout out to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep it up. But yeah, just like it's just cool.
I think it's
like-
a positive effect.
it's
of
a
social
it
media.
it is.
Yeah,
That's what I was trying to
it
say. I
is.
just like lost my train of thought.
Yeah,
But
that's good.
no, it's just like the whole like awareness of it. Like yeah, what I'm trying to do is obviously with this show, just like obviously bring awareness to it, but not only awareness but solution.
yeah.
Because obviously we could, you know, everyone could bring awareness to the whole thing, but unless you
You're
have a
not doing
solution, you're
something.
just saying hurrah, hurrah, let's
Yeah.
go. You know.
This is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So someone needs to solve
It's a problem,
it.
so
Yeah.
solve your small
Yeah.
problem. Let's go.
We recognize the problem, so now it should solve itself.
Yeah.
Not
Pretty
how it
much,
works,
yeah,
but
definitely. But
And we can talk about the Williams gas pipeline issue that we've been working on. So we're not just the ocean. So we try to work with. We're actually a member of. You had Clean Ocean Action on. We're actually a part of the Rally for the Navasink.
Before you keep going.
Oh, hello.
Hold on, just before you keep going. No, just like, although the name SurfRider, you think of, I have to be a surfer to do it.
Yeah.
You really don't. Like, it's anyone that loves the beach, loves the ocean. So it's literally anyone.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't surf. It's like fishermen,
no, like,
but you can.
It's a good good percentage of the actual organization, and just so that everyone knows, all three of us are actually SurfRider members.
Yes.
So I'm just getting really pumped up.
We
about
paid.
this.
Yes.
We did pay. We did
Hopefully,
pay.
I actually feel like I need to renew, but I could do that tonight.
Yeah, there you go. You actually, I spoke to, what's her name? Andrew's,
Tara.
Tara, that's her name. Because she's the one that charged me for the whole membership thing, and you could definitely become a member at any time, and I would definitely recommend it tonight, just because it's gonna be a good outing and everything. But just you think it's SurfRider, I have to be a surfer, but no, you could be literally anyone that cares about the ocean, cares about your beach, wherever you are.
They have Chicago chapters.
Yeah.
They do have Chicago chapters,
it's
so you could even be inland no matter where you are. So get involved and do what you gotta do. Yeah. Do what you love. I went
to the Earth Day rally in Chicago, actually. I was there for a wedding, and I went there with my friends, and there was a SurfRider, and I was like, no way. I was like, this is crazy. They have the Great Lakes, though, and they surf them. So, but again, you don't need to be a surfer, but...
Wait, you can actually... you can actually surf the Great Lakes. That's so cool.
I feel like there's sometimes better ways.
I was watching a video by Ben Gravy that he was actually he's going everywhere and just making a living out of it. It's so cool. I want to do it. But he surfed the Great Lakes one time, and I was like, wow.
All right.
What happened?
Getting paid to surf everywhere.
Oh my god, that would be the living dream.
Yeah.
That would be the living dream right there. Oof.
Seriously.
But anyway, keep going. So clean ocean.
I
just wanted to touch base with that really quick. That's all.
Just to let everybody know, because we work on a bunch of different campaigns, not just plastic. And, so the pipeline, it would go through New York and New Jersey, and just something I recently just discovered myself that we had posted on our social media, that the pipeline would go through one of the biggest, where the biggest Buddhist statue is in the Western Hemisphere. It's located in New Jersey.
Oh yeah, you were saying that earlier.
And if you go on our Facebook channel, you can watch a video of where the sorry, we're playing without the microphone. We're sharing right now. We're currently sharing mics.
They rotate, so we're fine.
The children at the school, the Buddhist school, they just are pleading with Williams Transco, the company that is actually putting in the pipeline, to stop, because it would interfere with their studies and their meditation and just how that they live and they spend their daily lives. And the amount of people that go through this this camp and this tourist attraction every year is just unbelievable. And that it would stop this, they would be cutting down these trees and making this whole preserved area pretty much just a noise, gas, pipeline ridden area. It kind of would ruin the entire environment for everybody.
Don't get me started on noise pollution.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother story later.
To just look at the video that we had posted through Food and Water Watch on our Facebook, and just kind of become aware and acquainted with that. And there's always we have action alerts and things that you can sign and send to your local government and officials. We always have things that you can call into or write into, so be on the lookout for things like that through SurfRider National and then SurfRider local chapters.
Yeah.
And you said about the Buddhist statue?
Yeah,
right?
It's the largest in the Western Hemisphere. Is located in New Jersey.
Do you know around
how
tall it is?
I don't know, but there is a
that
lot of
information.
information.
That has to be freaking
about
tall.
it. Yeah, it is.
Can we get a fact check on that?
It is very big. Yeah, I have a direct link to it. It's in a very.
Oh, you're gonna look it up? I was gonna.
Go for it. Pensive.
How about both of you guys look it up?
Meditation state.
Who gets it first?
Yeah.
I know, right? So.
Oh, you're already on the article. Never mind.
I'm already on.
Fricky, we don't need you.
I know. What's my purpose here?
But Yeah, I had no idea until I looked up the pipeline that
And it's
that
going
was
like
even
right
there.
through it, or like
It's
right
going
behind it,
right
right?
behind where the statue is. Yeah, it's the largest Buddhist
Yeah.
statue in the Western Hemisphere.
How ironic, the symbol of
Yeah,
I feel like
the
Buddha, you know.
That's
So-
like all like, you know,
Look at that,
Zen and
just
stuff like
Zen.
that. And then,
Yeah.
hey, we're going to put a huge pipeline right here. There you go.
Zen, like non-consumption,
Yeah.
and then we
Like-
put a
Irony.
oil and gas pipeline.
So much irony in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, seriously, so much on so many different levels.
So keep talking, I'll find it.
But
Yeah.
wait,
I
so
mean,
where? I'm sorry, I might have missed this, but where did you guys say that the Buddhist statue is currently? Is it like on the
not say.
ocean?
no,
No,
it's
it's in a protected area.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like
I
thinking
think
like,
it
all right, is it
is-
somewhere in
is
the
it
ocean?
Franklin
It's just
Township?
It's near Princeton
Okay.
area.
Yeah.
oh, okay,
So-
all right.
yeah, it would be.
Yeah, that's it.
It would go through the pipeline was like a 23.4 mile pipeline that would expand
Oh, is that connecting from I think
Through the
it's
Raritan
PA?
Bay?
Yeah, through
Yeah.
Raritan Bay and everything.
Mhm.
Oh wow.
and so it would go through Raritan Bay, and it's apparently, I mean, our SurfRider has evaluated that it would also disturb like 14,000 acres of habitat for clams, fish, marine
Clam-
animals.
What?
Horseshoe
Damn, I didn't actually know
crabs.
this. I did not know this.
Yeah, so I just feel like
People-
He's 30
and-
feet tall, just letting you guys know.
30 feet.
Oh wow.
And he sits
That's
on
not-
a pink lotus.
That's not as
Yeah,
tall as I
I'm
thought
looking
it
at
was
it right now.
gonna
It's
be.
like a huge white statue.
Yeah, that's a.
Hey, that's
Oh,
like,
there you go.
You can zoom in, focus.
I'll put it in the
I feel like
video
it's like
and stuff.
6
Yeah, I'll-
times
Yeah, we'll just edit it in or something.
our height, kind of.
Yeah. He's pretty big.
It's funny.
I
how
mean, it's
people
like not
complain
like
about, like,
Thailand,
the whole,
it's
like,
the
US
Western.
ocean.
It took
Yeah,
2
it's
years and
this
6
thing
months
right
of
behind.
actual
Yeah, pretty
construction.
much.
It's impressive. It's impressive.
It's a very
Philosophical
handsome
figures.
statue. But the point is, you're disturbing.
Yeah, like something
These
that's
children,
yeah.
monks, Sri Lankan, what were they? These visitors.
Like people from the eastern part of the world. that
It's
come.
all meditation. It's a meditation center in Franklin, New Jersey.
Franklin.
So anyway,
Yeah.
It's a meditation center in Franklin.
it's a meditation center, school, camp.
And
It's open all
Slash other
year.
things.
I feel like it's one of those things where you don't really hear that part about the pipeline. You know, like I had no idea until
Yeah, I
you
didn't either.
shared that, and it was just a very interesting and kind of heartbreaking thing because, like she said, there was like little kids
There you go.
that were, you know, begging, just pleading, saying like, "This is we need this. You know, like this is our
It's their
life,
school.
and this is and you're." Going
You're
to
just
pretty
going to,
much
you know,
interrupt
put something
disrupt
through it.
and,
Like,
yeah.
thank
And-
you, because I didn't need that
Yeah.
before, you know.
I mean, we should all know by now that pipelines are not safe from leaking. So,
No, definitely not. There's always going to be leaking
yeah.
in the...
as much as they can say it, it's
Oh, it's
Yeah.
state of the art quality, you know, material pipeline.
yeah,
Well,
doesn't
it's-
happen.
I mean, it's
They also
eventually
go
gonna
around.
leak or
yeah.
something. So it's you just gotta like come up with a different solution for that. Like, you know, whether it's
Yeah,
more durable material that won't leak. For example, I'm not sure if this is just a solution for my own self. Like, you know, maybe like, you know, using
it's the safety.
resin or
It's
fiberglass or
really.
something like that.
I feel like it's the safety precautions. Honestly.
Oh, no, it's
The
totally a public
companies
health
Just the
issue.
companies just don't invest in that, and they cut
Care?
corners, and they can cut corners with politicians. And I actually just did this for my final report in school. I did actually offshore drilling.
I'm guessing you got like a good grade on it.
I did get a
hope.
pretty decent grade.
There you go.
I did. Surprisingly, I did. I got a good
There you
grade.
go.
But I honestly, with our chapter and our region, actually, offshore drilling is another thing related to the pipeline that is a huge issue because it was tabled by Obama in December, and now it's being reevaluated for them to drill, even though
Last December?
yeah, no, when 2016.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Because
Yeah,
President
so
Obama, like right before he left office, he said, "Okay, no."
Passed
Like,
it,
yeah. And then they're reevaluating it. But when Obama was considering it, all the Governor Christie wrote a letter saying he opposed it and it would be detrimental to our coastline and to our the recreation industry, and we
The economy,
are
our
very
survival.
dependent on tourism and fishing and
Oh yeah, fishing
Yeah.
and tourism is definitely huge.
it's huge here, and
Yeah.
offshore drilling is not that safe. It's also, we don't really know.
It hurts
I don't think
marine
we
life,
know.
which is part of the whole,
And the
not even
testing.
tourism, but also the
Yeah.
fishing industry too here. It's
And right now, I mean, they are using really old data to estimate how much oil they can be found, and that's another issue, is they want to be able to go out and do seismic testing, which is another huge issue because it's very disruptive the way they do it now. Yeah, the guy who actually invented it, he said they used to use dynamite, so he had invented this because it was better than dynamite. He actually is working on something that is a little bit safer, because you do have to do seismic testing on a degree for even wind power.
well, yeah, that's
Yeah.
standard. But I mean,
But it's just it's really detrimental to
Yeah.
the environment. I mean, it can ruin migration patterns and
patterns,
yeah.
it could ruin reproductivity
Yeah.
for mammals, especially
Yep.
whales and dolphins.
Exactly.
And
And
it, keep
they
going.
can try to get the area clear, but
I don't know
there's
about you,
no-
but when
yeah.
I'm on the beach, I like to see a little,
Yeah.
humpback whale breaching
Yeah.
and stuff. That's
it's
really
always nice
freaking
when you're
cool.
surfing and there's dolphins jumping. And,
Hell yeah, it is.
And
I've actually surfed with a dolphin before once. I'm not gonna lie.
That's good.
Yeah,
next to it,
well, no, 'cause,
on top of it, or
no, next to that, me and this one guy caught the same wave. Obviously, we were probably about 25, 30 yards apart, and we catch the same wave, and all of a sudden, he was right here, and he just hops out. I'm like, what the hell? I freaked out because normally when you see a
could have been
Yeah.
dorsal fin,
Yeah,
no, that's
yeah,
what I immediately thought, and then I'm like, wait a second, went back down. I'm like, oh no, that's a dolphin. I'm like,
Okay.
wait, where did you go, buddy? Dolphin
there's
tail over here.
always a second of a heart attack when you see a
Yeah.
fin. You're like, okay.
But then you're
No, yeah, you have a
And then you're
split
like, oh
second.
wait,
You're
that
like,
was cool. You're like, okay, now I'm cool now. So
yeah,
I can come back.
exactly.
Now I want you
That
to
was
be
at
here.
Island Beach when I was on my lunch break once.
Oh, that's good.
That was a fun
That's
time.
nice.
Yeah.
That was a fun day.
Those
But,
are always the best days.
Yeah, definitely. I haven't surfed in a while though.
Me
It's
either.
cold.
Well,
The waves were good though. We had Kelly Slater Day.
Yeah.
yeah, I went to I went to
The
I'm not-
infamous
I'm not gonna
day.
lie, I
The
missed
infamous
that, and
day
I
that just
think that
happened
is
to go.
Never be known as
That
Kelly
is-
Slater Day.
my biggest upset in life
All
is that I
Hallows
missed that.
Eve.
Literally,
It's
I think
okay.
I
me
pretty
me
much
and you
cried.
I think
actually,
everybody
I don't
who
even know if we
missed
should
that
high
day
five
is
to that
like-
because we
I
missed
got a
it,
text
but-
message at well, my dad got a text message at 6 p.m. and I was like, we can make it. I can make it. I can get down there. I love him so much.
No,
Kelly, if you're
I want to.
listening.
I really want to try
Hey, come back.
his. Yo, what's up, Kelly? Let's go. You guys hey, how you doing? I
Take
want
me to your
to.
surfer in.
Yeah, right. I want to. I want to try his. Go to that.
The wave pool.
Yeah, the wave pool. That thing looks so cool.
I just, I donated. He does the Omi's contest a lot, and I just donated. I'm like, please pick me. It's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
How much money will it take to
dream.
just
Yeah.
pick me right off the bat?
Yeah, exactly. Oh.
That's awesome. But I was looking on the SurfRider page, and I think it was the national page because I don't think it was the local chapter page. But I saw that you guys do the ocean-friendly gardens. Do you guys know much about that?
Our
Or is that
local
national
chapter
more?
does. I don't believe we do the
No.
Ocean Friendly Gardens yet. That is part of the Rally for the Navasink that they are starting right
okay.
now. I know. I don't remember who was at the meeting right off the top of my head who was doing that. I can get you that information though. We are working on getting that because that is supposed to be reducing pollution into the Navasink, which will hopefully upgrade from the downgrade with what's currently being found in the river. But I do believe rain barrels will help a little bit.
Yeah.
The gardens and the the new, not docks, how am I going to think of the word right now?
Yeah.
Not rain barrels, right?
Well, yeah, no, that'll help.
We are raffling off rain
tonight
barrels
we are.
Oh, we are? Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to enter into
We
do
are.
that.
Yeah, but not
I
want-
raffling, we're
I
giving
want
them away.
I want to win that. thing
3
so
of
bad.
them.
Yeah.
There is 3, right?
Yep.
That's what, Bill was
there's
telling
3
me.
we're
Oh,
giving
I know,
away
it's so sad.
tonight.
Yeah.
Put it on the side of my house and then like use it for like, wash my car or something.
It
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Or, yeah, not even wash my
amazing.
car,
Do
but
you
like
have a garden here?
Huh?
Do you have a garden outside?
we actually we used to in the backyard, and I don't know really. My parents do that stuff.
Oh,
I don't.
yeah.
I don't really do it. I try to do the composting, but that ship has sailed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it went badly. So, but anyway.
Well, the dune grass planting, we can talk about
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to
beach
say
cleanups.
beach cleanups, dune grass planting. We when was the last one we did?
that.
That was
What
last
the actual
year.
date of cleanups?
I know it was last year, 2016, because that's the last one I
The
attended.
dune grass planting?
Yeah, the Bradley Beach one.
They are
I
just at a
I
very low
attended
I know.
that
level. It was
one
very
because
small.
that was
Yeah.
with SurfRider and the Littoral Society.
We just did a dune grass planting, or it's.
They do it a lot in the winter.
Keyport, but it's just very small.
Yeah.
Um,
And I feel like this winter, because I feel like it's done a lot in the winter.
Yeah.
So keep your eyes peeled, because we probably will do more this winter.
and then you had that cleanup you were just talking about, right?
Yeah,
With the
the-
local school, with the school.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
talk about that,
the
the youth
International Coastal Cleanup Day. So that was worldwide coastal cleanup. It's like a huge event. I think a lot of different NGOs do it.
And then was that the first time that school had come down? Do you know?
I think so. Yeah. I think John had been talking to her for quite some time.
Because that's far for them to come.
Yeah, they had a whole bus come down. They ordered pizza from a local place,
There you go.
and they then had like an hour. They were supposed to do surf lessons with Sam Hammer, but
Oh,
the
nice.
waves were huge.
Yeah.
It was like massive that weekend.
Well, like
It
10
was,
foot, it's huge.
it was like the September 16th, 17th,
Okay, yeah. So it's
I
pretty
believe.
big, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
and it was,
that was definitely like pretty big waves.
yeah, it was when all
Those
those
are definitely not
lifeguards
beginner
were
waves,
saving.
just
No,
saying.
The
no.
recurrent.
Yeah, and Sam actually I think went out after, and
And just
yeah,
shredded.
John was like, "You should watch him." And the girl who actually organized it, she has come down to Sam's camp and been in his summertime. No, Sam Hammer Surf School.
Sam Hammer.
Um,
But you can organize a beach cleanup
Yeah.
wherever, whenever, and you can go on our website and record your results, which really helps us kind of know what's going on and what
Yeah.
kind of things are being collected and where the pollution is coming from and where things are prevalent. So it doesn't have to be organized
No.
like a huge group on
No,
an
yeah.
international cleanup day.
I
It can
pick
be
up-
a Tuesday
yeah.
and you're at the beach and you cleaned up, I don't know, a 10-foot
Well, yeah,
area.
Yeah.
there-
As long as you have like coordinates or you know exactly where the spot is, you can go online and
record.
fill
Oh please!
out a
I've
form
cleaned
for
up like,
us.
and I'm not saying this is a lot, but when I was doing one of my videos the other day, with me and my friend, I seriously just took a plastic bag, and I hate plastic bags, but I did.
So then you can get rid
No,
of
but
the plastic bag.
I took the plastic bag and actually filled it with like I went probably like a 50-yard radius, and just picked this part of the beach where I call meters. It's like right in Seaside Park, and I literally just like started at one spot and just went down the beach a little bit.
Yeah, that's good.
I filled the whole entire bag in
Yeah.
like 2 seconds. I was
yeah.
like, oh my god, like what is
Yeah.
this? Like
Yeah, so that's good. Just
Yeah.
know where you are, and you can just look on
Yeah.
your
And record
locations
it.
and on your GPS.
I think it was
and-
specifically L Street, just saying.
Yeah, you can just do on your
Heading
locations on
north.
your GPS and then
Yeah.
kind of fill
Yeah.
that out on
Record
our
it.
website and then kind of just do
Oh, I
a
can do
record-
that?
Yeah, a
Oh, cool.
recording of what you collected and make a little note and then send it in through our website.
Oh,
We'll
that's
know
cool.
where
I'll
that
definitely
is,
have to remember to do that more often.
Yeah, it's a good thing. I mean, every time I take my dogs to the beach, I think they hate me because I spend more time picking up trash than throwing the ball to them. But
Spend more time with
Yeah.
me, damn it.
I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't walk. Like, if I see trash, I can't not pick it up. So
No,
I
that's
have,
the same
like,
with me. Like, as soon as I see
I'll think
plastic,
about
like,
it.
I'm like so in a hurry, and I am guilty. I have actually left, one or two things behind.
Yeah.
But like 99% of the time, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna
Like,
grab.
have to pick
I've
up
actually
that.
posted on Instagram where I like, I'm taking a picture like this, and I'll just be like, okay, trash
Yeah.
there, simple, let's do
Yeah.
it.
No, that's good. You can always do that and then
No,
tag
actually,
us
I
on
just-
Yeah.
Instagram and we'll get that notification as
Yeah.
well and share it. And,
Oh, I'll definitely do that more
yeah.
often, just because like. And I only do it just because, like, some people do, like, say, like, oh, just do this, but they don't do it themselves. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to say, like, hey, I'm practicing what I'm preaching.
Yeah.
So, you know what?
Exactly.
Then people, I just want, like, you know, inspire others to do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not, like, trying to be like, oh, yeah, because I'm so cool or whatever. I'm just trying to do the
That's
right
true.
thing, you know? And that's what everyone should
And
do.
you know, it's a thing you always find on the beach.
Cool kids do it.
Balloons.
Balloons, yeah.
Balloons.
We don't like them.
Yeah, no.
Balloons.
They're fun
blow.
at parties, but dispose of
do.
them properly.
Yes.
Don't use them at
Actually-
all.
Or just don't use them at all, regardless.
The mass release of balloons.
Yeah.
I guess.
Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. Fun fact right here
fun
by
fact.
Jillian.
The mass release of balloons for people that still do that, is that really still a thing? There's actually a balloon lobby group that does not want this to be made illegal, but the mass release, yes,
balloon.
who would
You
have
can tell me
known
later, but
there's a
I'm
balloon
not
lobby
sure
group.
if we should say it now.
They're coming after
Yeah, there you go.
They're coming.
They might see this and
It's like Paul Revere, the British are coming. They're like, what?
Muddle our voices.
Yeah. We were backing a statewide legislation to ban the mass release of balloons. I think that is kind of, I don't know where we really sit right now, because I think the guy who had proposed it passed away. So
Rest in peace. Who's that? Do you know?
I don't
at all?
know.
No? Well, rest in peace, whoever you are.
But on a slightly happier note, of Bradley Beach actually enacted an ordinance banning the mass release of balloons. So at least there is one city in the area that did, and there's actually several cities in South Jersey, I believe, that do. They all have banned the mass release of balloons. I just feel like it's something that's simple, you know, like,
I was about to say, simple habits.
Why
you know,
are you
just-
releasing like 500 balloons at one time? Like, that's not in a celebration. That's not celebrating. You know,
There's
like
so many
that's
other things
you
can do now.
There is, and there's something that, like,
I'm not gonna lie, balloons are fun. Just saying, but no, like
I
in all,
agree,
in all
but I've
honesty,
started
though,
to-
like
yeah.
thinking about the whole environment,
Yeah.
there's a huge plastic pollution. How should I say it? Like, blow up awareness.
Yeah.
What's the word for that? I don't know the word for that, but
Well,
you get.
they're
But
not fun when you see a seagull choking on
Yeah.
one.
No,
or
it's not.
you
It's
see them
definitely not a good-
floating in the ocean,
Yeah.
and you get wrapped around one when you're just trying to go for a swim, like on a weekend, and it's just disgusting and filled with sand, and that's all you're.
that actually
collecting
weighs
on
a
the
ton
beach.
after a
It's-
while
does.
too.
Yeah, or if I find when I'm just digging for something and I think it's just a piece of plastic, and then I keep pulling and
And
pulling
it's
and
a
pulling and
string.
pulling, and it's an entire
It's like that magic trick
balloon.
where you
Yeah.
keep on
Like
pulling
a
and
huge,
it's continuous.
huge,
A few
like
of them.
dinosaur balloon, and I'm like, where did this come from? And
Yeah.
it's kind of like the life of a plastic bag that we were
Yeah,
just talking about,
exactly.
where you
Yeah, we were
see
talking about that
the
earlier,
balloon
yeah.
like leave the child's hand, and then where does it end up? It ends up in the ocean, and where else is it going to end up?
Well,
like,
most
you
of
can't
our
blame the balloon.
most of our planet is covered by water.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
saying,
You
like.
blame who do you blame? Do you blame the child that let the balloon
Yeah,
go, or do you
no.
blame the adult that got the balloon?
Yeah.
Like, do you blame the balloon
No,
company?
Kitty, don't ever do
you
that.
You can't really blame any. You just
Yeah.
like
Oh my god, I can't
just
even.
have to take action for yourself. And
And
But
the balloons that actually they're not the mylar, the plastic,
Any kind of balloon,
stretchy.
relatively.
When they hit the atmosphere, they burst in a way
do.
that looks kind of like a squid. So that's why a
Really?
lot of turtles end up eating them, because they look just like their
Yeah.
all
food.
the piece like
Yeah,
pieces
and
floating.
So many turtles die from eating it. It's really, really sad.
And now there's videos of them,
Yeah.
so you can see them. And
I did see.
Try watching that
I-
and then go buy a balloon.
Yeah, seriously. Just be like,
Not
hey,
that every
watch
time.
this video of a. I watched on Facebook, and you guys probably have seen it too, where it was like a huge turtle, and they actually pulled
With
some
the
kind of
nose.
plastic out of its
with
nose,
the
and
straw.
I think
I
it
had a
was a
small
straw and
child,
something
but
else,
I
and I was
was
just like, I
volunteering,
felt
yeah.
for the little guy. I was like, oh my god, like it
I
gave
was
me
volunteering
the,
at
give me
a
the
SurfRider
chills.
table last summer, and we had like information about a straw, the no straws, and a small child came up to me and she was like, I don't believe in straws, and I was like,
Thank you.
and she was,
Yes.
and I was like, would you like to tell me why? And her mother was standing behind her, and she was like, well, I'll show you. And I was like, all
right.
sister. And she like got out her little iPhone, and I was like, she had to be like 6 years old.
Oh my God.
And she
No
like got
way.
onto YouTube and she was like, have you ever
Yes.
seen this video? And like showed it to me, and it was the turtle with the straw coming out of its nose.
Oh my
And I had never
God.
seen it before, and I was like, this is I was
Oh
like,
my
I
God.
was like, this is horrible.
I can't.
And she was like, just keep watching, it gets worse. And I was like, and
I'm loving you right now,
Her
like-
mom was standing behind her, and she was like, I don't know how she found that video, but she watches
Oh,
it.
please,
like,
little kids are on
she
like
shows
freaking
everybody,
Tumblr
every
now and
stranger.
stuff like that.
Good
Like
for
things
her.
that I'm not
At
even
the
on.
shop,
We need to
right?
recruit
She's
her.
like, did you ever say we are not using
And she's,
plastic?
like, shaking her
because-
head,
she's
too,
like,
like,
because we bring our own bag.
you
because
know
have
this?
you seen this video? And she shows the turtle video to the lady at the shop, right? And everybody
I think
with
we
her
need to
dance
recruit
teacher
her.
and all this stuff. And I'm
Seriously.
like, this little kid is like gonna
Can
be
you
the
just,
next
like-
president.
yeah,
I
right.
know, because
Can
she
you
was
just like
amazing.
come to one of our meetings
Yeah,
and just shed
yeah.
what
And I
you've
think
learned?
it's horrible for that had to have happened to that turtle, but then
I swear, if that's
to
the
have
reaction to
that-
just one little girl,
Yeah.
like, I can't even imagine how it is for
And
like
now-
if you show that to like say even like 10 little kids and all of a sudden like little
I feel like
turtle.
they-
it's
They have the
it's
bigger
Crush from
voice
Finding
yeah,
Nemo,
than
like
we do. Like
But
that.
I think it
coming-
resonates more
yeah,
too. Like
that
I feel
coming
like
from me or Jillian isn't
Yeah,
going to make
no.
enough impact. If
no, exactly.
we were 6
trust
years
me,
old and
I
had
say it
cute
to my
little
friends
pigtails,
all the time.
then maybe it would. But listening, that little girl had more of an impact on me
Just like
than
picturing you
anybody
guys
else.
like from like 6 years old.
Yeah,
that would be
yeah.
funny.
So she made it
Go back
more.
in time.
And then I remembered her, and I tell that story, and then other people are like, "Wow, that
Yeah.
obviously made an impact." And
yeah, for sure.
I don't want
definitely.
to use straws anymore.
No, but like, just thinking of in terms of the compound effect, where it's like you just saw it from one little girl,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden you're just like, wow, if that's just one little girl, imagine that if it's like one
It's
little
like a
one
ripple,
little person,
yeah.
and then it's like you expand that to like say 6 people
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
6
Because
little
then I
kids.
took that video and I was like,
And
"Oh
then
my
you were
god, you
sharing
guys,
it.
have you seen this video?"
Yeah.
And then they were all like, "Oh my god, that's so horrible!" And then they like take it and they show everybody else they've ever met.
No,
And
that's what I'm
it's
saying. Like one person, then they share it, they
Ripple.
share it, they
Yeah.
share it. Next thing you know, you
Ripple
have
effect.
all
it's a
these
huge
people.
ripple,
Yeah.
She was my stone. She was my little pebble.
I'm so
She
so
changed
proud.
my life.
I've taught,
so
I've taught her
adorable.
so well.
That is adorable.
That's
Anyway,
awesome.
So.
But
In honor, we'll include that clip of the turtle.
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
we're gonna take a break for a few minutes, and we'll be back. We'll be back, guys. Don't worry.
And we're back.
And we're back.
We're back.
And we're finally back after that break. So yeah, we're on the drink. I'm here with Lauren and Jillian from SurfRider.
Hi.
Say hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
So yeah, as we're coming back to this, I just wanted to touch up on, since we're all SurfRider members, I just want to like kind of go around the room. There's only 3 of us, but go around the room and just, basically say like a rough estimate of how long we've been in SurfRider and why we've like joined. Like what was our motive? So we'll start with you, Jill.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say let's start with you.
Here, I'll do the honors.
Okay.
So obviously you guys know I'm Ted Wingender. I joined SurfRider in 2015, I think. Yeah, 2015 because no, I'm sorry, 2016. I joined in 2016 around Christmas, so about a year. And I actually just renewed my membership last time we had a meeting, so yes.
Yay.
Good for me. And I actually joined it just because I'm such a fanatic about the environment and everything. I surf, I sail, pretty much everything I do or like my hobbies or my interests have to do with the water or the ocean in this case. And I figured I'd, just use my other passion of photography and doing videography and just combine the two. So now I do some videos for SurfRider, and I'm actually going to be doing that tonight because we have a huge holiday party. Yeah. And yeah, just come out to it. We'll mention that again in a little bit. But yeah, I joined it because I love the environment. I love the water, and I want to keep our environment safe. And through the perspective, through my lens and everything.
Join.
Huh?
How does one join?
Oh, thank you for asking, Frank.
Because I joined in 2018. Because I didn't know.
In the future?
You joined in the future. So in case you guys are wondering of how to get involved, how to join, there is an event tonight at 6:30 to 9:30. You can, bring cash or card, whatever, and, just get involved and ask around, network with people. We're huge. We're really friendly. We don't bite that much.
Yeah, and tonight, if you come tonight, the membership and entry is $35, which is cheap because if you're a non-member coming to the party, it's $25, and membership is $25. So you're getting both of those combined for $35 if you come tonight. Otherwise, you can join on website, or national website.
And it makes a really good stocking stuffer. My mom and dad are both getting it in their stockings this Christmas.
Yes.
Or
Oh,
for
there you go.
Hanukkah, if
Yeah.
you're celebrating Hanukkah. And
Yes.
my brother's getting his membership renewed because he's lazy.
Yeah.
They're it himself. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely come out to the holiday party tonight. It's at Point Pleasant.
Last Wave Brewing Company in
Yep.
Point Pleasant.
On
There
Bay
you go.
Ave.
Yeah.
On where?
Bay Ave?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's like right downtown.
Gotcha.
You can Uber, train, or have a sober DD.
Yeah.
There you go.
The train station is
Find any
pretty
means
close.
of transportation. I think, like I said before, I think my one of my friends is going too.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
hopefully
and there's
I'll be picking him
actually too after it closes after 9:30. There's a great new pizza place that opened across the
Oh,
street,
yeah, that's right.
Rosie's, and they'll be open for I think till 10. So you can grab a slice there, and the pizza I hear is phenomenal.
You want to talk about the bands?
Oh yeah,
he's
we have.
playing, what's going on with that?
So we have two acts. We have a guy coming from Philly. They're both gonna be acoustic acts, but he's gonna play for about an hour. He's played with SurfRider before, and then from 7:30 to 8:30, we have a local band called Dentist, which are actually pretty popular. It's kind of like a surf rock, and they will do an acoustic set. And yeah, and then they're gonna be playing at the Asbury Park Yacht Club later tonight
Oh, nice.
as well. Yeah. Yep.
Follow the band.
Yes, follow the man.
Hashtag follow. And like we were saying, so we'll go to Lauren. How long have you been in SurfRider and everything? Like why did you join it?
So I've been a member of SurfRider, just of the foundation on and off. I mean, forever. I've renewed I have given as a gift for Christmas for many years membership to my brother for as long as I can remember. He's started surfing when he's very young, so just getting him in and giving him the magazine, for Christmas for as long as I can remember. And then for this chapter, just getting in to help out with social media just 2 months ago, I think, in October, right?
Yeah,
with
I think so.
co-chairs with with Jillian, just to help out any way I can. So that's kind of just how I got involved on the committee. I've always been involved kind of in environmental organizations. I worked with Clean Ocean Action last year, just doing PR and social media and doing their newsletters and working closely with Tori Woods, who you have hopefully seen on
she
the
was on
first
the show
episode, I believe,
last
or second
episode,
episode.
yeah. Shout out to her. real
Yeah,
quick.
so I grew up in North Jersey, but my mom was a school teacher, so every year we would go to her father's house, one of the first houses built in Beach Haven West, right off of Long Beach Island. Him and his brother built by their own two hands on a concrete slab. So we spent every single summer there pretty much growing up, and I think leaving and having to go back to school every September was like the worst day of my life. And
Going back to school, damn it.
finally, after I graduated college, I was like settled and ready to move in, and I had moved all of my belongings in a week before Hurricane Sandy hit, and like pretty much lost everything I had. And
Sorry to
so
hear
that was hard. Yeah, so I kind of had like a breakup with the ocean for a while. We went through some hard things. I had to get some therapy. But I think a lot of people went through the same thing, and it's just hard to go back and see people on our streets still showering with their hoses and cooking with their grills and living out of trailers and
There's
then,
still people that are displaced from their houses.
Yeah,
Still.
so
I give them credit. Man.
Yeah, so anything you after you experience something like that, you become more grateful for what you have, and I think not losing my car and not losing a pet and no one getting hurt, no relatives getting hurt, I think kind of woke me up a little bit and made me want to help out anybody that I could, and I learned how to like take out insulation and knock houses down, and I learned more about raising houses and insurance and all that stuff, and kind of got me angry enough to wake up to what was going on, I think, around me. Before that, I was pretty ignorant about the environment and about kind of what was happening in New Jersey and around the world. And so being more involved and getting kind of an environmental position or becoming on a board kind of was my main prerogative, I think, besides having a full-time job that could kind of help rebuild the house.
There you go.
So I own that property
yeah.
down there and kind of want to get back no matter how long it takes. And even though it's been 5 years, I think I'm still pumped and I'm still motivated to get back. And
there you go.
Even though it's sinking into the ground, I'm still gonna do it. And that's my story. And hopefully that it motivates other people to do the same thing and to not give up. And the ocean didn't do anything wrong. It was us who did some pretty bad things. So
what do you mean by us?
Like I think that you have to realize that we harm the environment enough for these things to be happening, and it was kind of mankind. And if you don't wake up and realize that these are all man-made problems, that you are not thinking the right things. Like everything that we just talked about, balloons in the air, the environment didn't ask for us to do this, and beach cleanups, they didn't ask for us to leave our plastic straws in the sand.
Didn't exist naturally.
The environment didn't come into our house and leave their dirt and stuff in our living rooms. We went out and we're polluting, and we're taking advantage of what the natural resources that we've been given, and we're not cleaning up after ourselves. And I think it got back at us, and it came into my house, and it left its footprint on my on
Not
my
only your
on
house,
all
but
my
a lot
stuff.
of other people's houses too.
So that's I had to learn the hard way, and I think a lot of people had to learn the hard way this year too, because we didn't learn our lesson. And in Texas and in Florida and in Puerto Rico, and there's a lot of people are really waking up, and it's just sad because not the right people are waking up. It's people that didn't deserve what is happening to them. And I
definitely not.
Yeah, and I think that we need to start working together, and I think that SurfRider is a really good place to start. I think that we have really good conversations, and we come up with really good campaigns, and we work really well together. And I think the younger generation is a lot smarter than we are. And they come up with really good ideas, and they use the tools that have been developed and that
they haven't
are
adulted
given.
yet, so they have a lot more
Yeah,
ideas.
they have their eyes are really, really open, and they see
they
the
are.
resources
Seriously.
that they have, and they want to protect them, and they want to use them because they want them to be around when their kids are grown up. And I think we really squandered what we have, and we know that it's really depleting really quickly. And I know just from being on LBI, when it rains, that I can barely drive my car down the boulevard. So that's really scary.
Like you said, especially when it rains.
Yeah, it's really
the
scary.
The whole LBI is like a flood zone.
Yeah, it's really scary. So I think
that's even with Seaside too.
Yeah, and I think kids don't want to have to wear their galoshes down the street when it sprinkles outside. Like they want to be able to go outside and play and surf. And
exactly.
So, and people want to be able to fish in Navasink River, and they want to be able to like go get clams and eat their fresh clams. And there are just a lot of
clams and oysters.
Yeah, there are just a lot of problems that need to be fixed. And I think that if you come into one of our meetings and you have a problem and you want to start a campaign, and we're just like an open forum where you can like voice your opinion and you can bring anything to us, and
don't be afraid.
Seriously,
don't be afraid though, because it all starts with one move. And like, especially like for a guy like me, because I'm not
the ripple effect.
Exactly, no, but seriously, because like I was always more of a person that was like, hey, like I want to do like something about this, but I don't know how. And honestly, I work at Clean Water Action, but also I've been a member of SurfRider for the past like year and a half, 2 years. and it's just you figure out like it's like, hey, this is a stepping stone, but let's see what I could do here first, and then let's see where this leads me, you know.
Yeah.
And it just amplifies your voice without you even knowing it.
Yeah, so like don't be, I think for the longest time
Don't be scared or nervous.
I didn't want to come to a meeting like at a local chapter because I didn't know anybody and I didn't want to go by myself. And I think it's just as soon as I went, even though I knew John and I knew that like it was going to be a safe space, I just came and there was another girl at the meeting and she didn't know anybody.
Everyone is so welcoming.
Yeah, you just introduce yourself to someone.
Like, as soon as you, like, introduce yourself to someone, all of a sudden, like, oh my god, they, like, act like you were, like, a long-lost cousin.
Yeah,
like,
you just say, hey, where are you from? What's going on? Like, where'd you grow up? It's really no big deal.
Seriously, that happened to me. Like, I only, sorry to interrupt, but, like, with SurfRider, like, I got introduced to it through my one professor, because he's into it, and I just met him, and then he introduced me to like a couple other people, and the next thing I know, I'm like, wow, I know almost everyone.
Yeah.
But anyway,
you get to know people very easily.
Yeah.
No, you do get to network everything. Like, it's awesome. So Jillian, how have you? Lauren, you're in timeout. Stealing all the spotlight. But Jillian, how have you gotten into SurfRider?
I have been a member of, I guess, the national organization for quite some time on and off. Probably since I was like 10 or 11 years old. I've been
you've been
occasionally renewing, but I haven't been as involved as I am now. I think it wasn't until this past summer where I started doing more events and going to meetings, and it was kind of the same thing. Like, you are a little nervous to go to a meeting, and I kept saying, like, every time there was a meeting, I'd be like, I'm gonna go to that one, and then I wouldn't go, and it was
I'll go to the next one.
And then the meeting was down the street from where I live at Last Wave, and I was like, I have no excuse right now, and I was actually supposed to meet a friend who didn't come, so
damn you. No, I'm kidding.
I was mad at him, but it ended up being fine, and I like kind of spoke up, and I was like, they brought up the campaigns, I think the balloon ban campaign and the Ocean Friendly Restaurant, and I was like, oh, I wouldn't mind being a part of those because I don't really like plastic, and I'm sick of picking up all this stuff on the beach, which I don't think it's going to stop, but I want to go to the beach and enjoy the beach and not pick up trash and not be surfing. And I remember years ago, I think I was in high school, and I went surfing, and I came in, and I had tar covering my body and my board.
No.
I was in Bay Head, and I literally got out of the water, and I had to use some chemical that my dad had to like get it off my.
Or something like that?
I have no idea what it was, but I had to like use it to get the tar off of my leg, and I have no idea what it was from. But I remember those moments, and
You actually had tar,
on my leg and on my board.
That's just.
I have no idea.
I'm sorry for you. Like, seriously, that's disgusting.
No idea how it got there, and I just like, it's like those moments where you kind of, I remember that, and I've done things in environmental groups, and I've wanted to become more involved, and then honestly, after this last election, I kind of was like, I need to be doing something. Like, I can't be preaching without, and like, yes, I pick up stuff when I go to the beach by
preaching
myself,
without doing
but
anything.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like I could be doing a lot more and something bigger. So I kind of got involved and, trying to do more.
Hey,
hopefully it's helping.
Begin somewhere,
yeah, hopefully it's helping.
That's awesome.
But yeah, we'll see where it goes.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
I get a high five.
Yeah, you get a high five too. Everyone gets a high five today. Awesome. But
Oh, you're leaving them hanging.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Frankie. Sorry. My apologies.
I got that too.
He's part of this.
Oh, you did? All right. Cool. that was Frankie. He's the brains of the operation behind the scenes. Behind curtain. But so now that we know each other a little bit more, you guys were telling me about the whole like Save North Beach or the deal ordinance or whatever. Can you like touch up on that a little bit?
Well, one of the actually National SurfRider, like, we have 5 core values that we kind of go off of, and one of them is beach access, which is really important to people in New Jersey because, as anyone who lives in New Jersey knows, beach access is a very huge issue for us. We pay for beach badges. We are also paying taxpayer dollars for beach replenishment, so we want to get the most use out of the beach. And it is a public right to be able to go enjoy the ocean
definitely.
and the shoreline. And there's 2 campaigns that we've kind of been involved with. The first is Save the North Beach in Asbury Park. It is the last open coastal, public open coastal area in Monmouth County. And it is owned by a company called iStar, which is they invest and develop real estate, and they want to put up townhomes in that area, like on the beach right there.
If you don't mind me asking, what kind of townhomes? Like lower income townhomes or just
No,
townhomes in general?
townhomes that they're going to sell for like $1 million.
Oh, so
Yeah.
things that we don't really need right now.
Oh, no.
okay.
No.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just
You know, definitely. And there's a lot of issues that SurfRider has found with this. One being the fact that they're going to develop on dunes and critical habitat that should not be developed on.
stay off the damn dunes.
Yeah,
Why don't you?
exactly. But also, the city of Asbury Park doesn't want this happening. They've been
Well, that's good.
negotiating a deal. They've been trying to. That's what the biggest issue is.
They've been
trying
fighting for one?
negotiate a deal. They want to take this property and make it a public park. They want it
That's
to stay
awesome.
open and public.
That's
and
really
they're
good.
just running into problems with iStar, who's valuing the property at ridiculous astronomical amounts. And I don't really have updates right now on this. We did have a rally where we walked from North Beach to iStar offices in Asbury, and we posted little postcards on the window. We stuck them with tape, and we did we had little videos of it. And Andrew Shamberg, yeah.
Andrew.
yeah, our chair is pretty amazing. He kind of he had a lot to do with this and led this little rally.
Just to clarify for me and obviously everyone else, but Andrew is an environmental lawyer or just a lawyer in general? Does anyone actually know that?
I just think
Sorry,
he's a
Andrew, I don't
badass
know.
lawyer.
Yeah.
No, he definitely is a badass lawyer.
Yeah.
I'll definitely give him
Yeah.
that. And
We'll get back to you on that because
Yes.
we just started with Andrew.
Yeah.
well,
He is Andrew Esquire,
Yeah.
ESPN
Yeah.
his name. So he's one of
Yeah.
those guys.
Yeah.
But, for
I'm
the-
not sure actually. But,
just out of curiosity, with the updates though, like how, in case someone is interested in the updates, how can they find those updates?
I just believe that you could probably go. I mean, iStar probably publishes, but we update all
our
the time about what's
webpage.
going on our webpage. You could probably check our social media. We'll update.
Yeah,
there.
social media. So
Yeah.
like,
The
what
news
social
and-
media?
Yeah,
What is it
You
called?
can go to facebook.com/SurfRiderJC, right?
JSC.
JSC, and then our Instagram.
Is SurfRider Jersey Shore or Jersey Shore? Jersey.
I mean, we should know.
You should
this
know
'cause
this.
we're-
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys should know this. Come on.
It's either SurfRider
hold on,
Jersey
well,
Shore or
we're just double checking really quick.
All social media chapters.
We're just double checking really quick.
But
so
that beach, I mean,
give
that
us a
beach.
sec.
If you guys have ever, I don't know if you've been there. or
SurfRider
not.
Jersey Shore.
Okay, Jersey.
That's our Instagram
SurfRider
handle.
Jersey Shore is your Instagram.
Yes.
And that
Okay.
that is a dog beach there too.
Yeah,
That
it's dogs,
is-
fishermen,
yeah,
swimmers.
so-
It's public. You can have your dogs there running free and happy. You could surf there. It's pretty good. And
Nice.
that also brings us into another beach access issue just north of Asbury is Deal. And Andrew again.
Gotta deal with this issue.
Yeah,
get it?
yeah.
That was
That was a good,
quite the pun.
Yeah.
You're getting funnier.
Oh my god. Maybe I should drink more.
Ozzy, all powerful, is even laughing over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
From behind the
Whoa.
curtain. Andrew again did amazing work on this. The ordinance didn't pass. Spoiler alert, but Deal for many years continues to try to make an ordinance for parking permits on their streets, and
go,
pretty
Andrew.
much it's their way of blocking out the public without actually saying we're blocking out the public. And Andrew, got this shot down again. So
He's a badass motherfucker.
yeah, beach access,
Don't know
huge
why.
issue in New Jersey. So we got to keep our
That's the mystery
eyes
behind it.
peeled. Keep
No,
fighting
that's good,
for
though.
our enjoyment of the ocean.
So if you guys want to get involved with this, just go onto their social media, correct?
Yes.
Can you just go mention that a little bit?
Yeah, our Instagram, SurfRider Jersey Shore. We have Facebook.
I'm going to the website.
the
which will
website.
be rolled out
Yes.
a new version of
Yeah.
our website, which will be easier to navigate and mobile friendly
Yes.
in the new year. So keep
Cool.
a lookout for that as well.
And if you guys definitely want to get involved, just come to the holiday party and discuss it with us. There you go.
Or the meeting. We have our next meeting December 14th at Beach House Brewery in Belmar. And
Great place, by the way.
It's good. Just come out, and if you don't want to do anything, you don't even have to. Just come out and just check it out.
It
See
all
what it's
starts
like.
with just showing
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Just starts
You
with
are
showing
not
up.
required to all of a sudden have to do everything
Oh, no,
in the
definitely
world.
not.
You could literally go there and never come back. We really hope you don't, but you can if your heart desires.
No, but in all seriousness though, if you guys do want to actually make a change and stuff like that, even if it's the smallest little change, it all starts by showing up to at least one event.
Yeah, it does.
And you don't
It does.
even have to really do much. Just learn about it,
Yeah.
observe. You
Yeah.
know, that's really it. And
Exactly.
going off on that, actually, definitely a shout out to Andrew Chanberry. He's the chair of.
Of our chapter, yeah. We
Of
just
our
want to
chapter, right? Yeah.
congratulate him. He was just appointed to the transition team on Phil Murphy, governor-elect.
Snaps.
Environment and energy. They're going to be transitioning while Phil Murphy goes through all his committees and his appointments while he gets elected or while he comes into his position through the new year. So Andrew, along with some other environmental organization leaders, were appointed to that. So we're really proud of him. And
Congrats, by the way.
Yeah, you'll be seeing a lot of updates with things going on. So definitely come back and check on our Facebook page, and we'll keep you updated with what's going on. Hopefully, he has listened to a lot of things that we have said, and he will keep some of the promises that he has made throughout his campaign.
I have faith.
Yeah, and it'll be good.
Just believe.
Good for the environment, for all of the organizations that work so hard to keep everything together, especially for New Jersey and for the East Coast.
Oh
So,
yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
so
go.
Congrats to everybody who was on
Keeping
that
change
committee.
going.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And just to touch up on one more thing before the final thing, we were talking about during the break, the LBI the plastic
yeah.
bag ban, tongue twister
Yeah,
here.
just recently there was in Long Beach Township there was a plastic bag ban in Long Beach Township on Long Beach Island. So
PPP.
first of all, congratulations to them. Second of all, there has been actually a little bit of pushback against that from some people who are a little aggravated by that. They have their own opinions on it and reasons why they don't want that to happen. But John Weber has actually written a letter. If you visit our Facebook page, you can see the letter that he has submitted to the editor of the Sandpaper. It's a local newspaper down on Long Beach Island.
Sandpaper, that's good.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that.
You can go and click on the link that we've just posted. We posted last evening at 8 o'clock what he had written. Some other people have written in as well their opinions. You can, if you are in support of this, which we hope you are, you can also submit a letter to the editor supporting the plastic bag ban. So it's a tongue twister. So it's definitely a great thing. Some other townships more south of us have also been in support of this. It's a really good thing for the island. A lot of plastic bags, single-use bags, really do hurt the environment there. The tourist season, a lot of people come in from out of state that really don't need to be using plastic bags. The Acme is the biggest supermarket in that part of town, and they are under the jurisdiction of this new legislation. So that would be really, really good for the township and is definitely great for that area. So please do visit the website and send a letter to the editor.
Yeah.
Get
And
involved, show support.
I feel like, because we weren't involved with this, but I feel like SurfRider wants to kind of
Piggyback.
yeah,
on
we
that,
kind of piggyback on this and try to start getting other towns to kind of, you know,
There you go.
kind
It should
of
be in every
yeah,
town,
it
yeah.
should be, and it should be a statewide. I mean, it would be really nice if it was national, but
Simple
yeah,
to do.
but it
Gotta
should
start
be
somewhere.
statewide, and hopefully we can get, you know, some of these other towns in this. And I mean, I feel like this should be a bipartisan issue. You know, I don't think that the environment should be something that is
It's like a chore
used
to
as
do.
a bargaining chip.
Yeah,
You know,
seriously.
it's everyone should care about this. This affects everyone,
Well,
especially here.
we're part of the environment.
Yeah.
We live in the environment. So like, there's a reason why they call it Mother Nature.
Yeah.
You know, we're just living with her. Not, we're not like, controlling it.
I
or
always say
anything.
that the Earth would be surviving pretty well without us, but we
probably
can't
would.
survive without the Earth. So
Yeah, exactly.
we should probably think about that a little bit. But
Think about it seriously. Yeah, definitely. So so without further ado, like I said before, actually I just want to touch up on one more thing. We were taught you said something before about like cleaning up after yourself with like when you go to the beach or something like that.
Yeah.
I just want to really like take a second and like really emphasize on that, just because I've gone to the beach so many times, and even when there's it's right now it's a ghost town in Seaside,
Yeah.
but because we're broadcasting from Tom's River in my basement at my bar.
Don't tell them that.
No, I mean wait, I'm sorry, what was that? But
Beverly Hilton.
we're in a fancy bar right now. But no, just like cause we all love the beach. Like, I mean, I don't know, like I could pretty much talk for all of us right here, is that we love going to the beach. Whether it's going to a bar at the beach or just going to the beach with our friends or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like and even during the summer, we have so many people from northern, southern Jersey, everywhere coming to our beaches to enjoy the nice weather. And yet it's like we don't clean up after ourselves.
No.
Like that mind boggles me so much. And yeah, granted, like, sometimes you forget and you drop something along the way, which is totally understandable because I'm sure we all do. But it's like it doesn't make sense to me when just don't be lazy.
yeah.
It's a really simple thing to do. Like, don't be lazy and leave
lazy.
glass bottles or whatever.
It's a great campaign title.
Don't
Yeah,
be
right.
lazy.
Don't be lazy. No, but like seriously, it's like, I worked out on the beach for 5 years as a guard, and there would be people, beachgoers that would actually bury like a whole entire case of empty Coronas into the sand and be like, "Oh, we didn't do that." And
And the
whoever's
garbage
listening to
cans
this
are
and you did it, you know who you
yards
are.
away.
I'm calling you out, but anyway,
Go
no, it's
back
just,
and clean it
I'm
now.
coming for you.
but no, it's just it's a simple thing, just like cleaning your room or cleaning the house. Just clean up after yourself. There's dumpsters around somewhere. Like, just
It's a
hold on
lot
to it really
easier
quick.
to clean in the
It's a
moment
lot-
than
it's a-
clean up a bigger mess that's piled up over a long time.
It's a lot easier to clean up your mess that you just left on the beach rather than cleaning up a whole entire, what is
Yeah.
it, by 2050, like more
Yeah.
pounds of plastic in the ocean than
And
fish
fish.
by weight.
Yeah.
By weight, no less. But anyway, just a simple, recap of that.
Just a really
So-
horrible stat to close on.
No,
Think
it's-
about
it's
that.
Thanks for sharing,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah. Just clean up after yourself. It's a simple
Yeah.
thing to do. There's trash bags everywhere. Anyway, but like I said, we're come and recycle it. Reuse, reduce, recycle, something
Yes.
along that.
And
like
push for composting. Push for a composting facility.
look up
in
composting,
states.
look up reusing materials.
Yeah.
It takes literally like 2 seconds out of your busy day to just see how to reuse some kind of material that you have right now, like plastic bag, or reuse a
Containers you gotta store.
containers, Tupperware, whatever. Like, reuse it instead of throwing it out, or just reuse it somehow. There's always if there's a will, there's definitely a way. I know that for sure. And I actually, just for an example, I work at Spirits at a liquor store, and I do I restock the shelves. Simple job. And whenever I'm like done with one of the packages, like the boxes that 6-packs come in, I have a whole entire stack of it in my garage, and I found a couple videos on how to make the cardboard into a surfboard.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. there's that-
SurfRider, the national office does a contest every year about they do it was in September, and it's about making a surfboard or hand planes out of trash.
Oh,
you find.
I could definitely make a couple hand planes
You
out of
should
that.
start doing it.
No,
and
but seriously,
next
like-
September, telling you, it's a big contest.
I will, and I'm not gonna lie, I did not know that there would be, videos on using cardboard for different things, but there is. If you just look up how to make surfboard out of cardboard or how to make something into something else,
There's a video for everything.
YouTube has YouTube has literally everything. It literally mind blew me.
should
So
do it.
I'm going to.
Good.
So just wanted to touch up on that a little bit.
Okay, good.
But so yeah, we're coming to the end of the show. So I really hope everyone had a good time.
Yeah,
I really
a
hope
lot
you
of
guys
fun.
had a good time. Did you guys
Yeah,
have a good
thank
time?
you.
I had a blast.
Yeah, it was
Yeah?
fun.
Awesome. Good. Awesome. No, I'm really happy. So yeah, I really hope everyone else, the viewers out there, took something away from this show, because I definitely know I did. And like I said before, this show is intended to, is designed to educate people that don't necessarily know what we know, or maybe we know something that they don't. I don't really know, but it's designed to, provide provide. I can't even talk anymore. Provide solutions to the issues that are at hand right now, and just give you some kind of outlet to actually try to get involved if you're definitely wanting to get involved, which is awesome. So thank you again, Lauren and Jillian, for coming on the show. And this really does mean a lot to us, especially me and Frankie, because we're just like turns around, hi. But no, we really appreciate whoever listens to us, even if it's like a couple people, but definitely spread the word about us. And yeah, if you guys have any questions about this show that you want us to kind of touch up on later, or further explain, just comment in the section below. And yeah, stay tuned for our next show, which will be January 7th at 1:30. We will be having members of Clean Water Action talking about their latest events and issues going on. So, till next time, have a happy and safe holiday. Happy freaking New Year to everyone, to all y'all. And my name is Ted, and behind the scenes is Frankie B.
They can't really hear that.
Yeah, but he's doing this piece. And yeah, so we're the hosts of The Drink. And remember, care about the environment as much as you love alcohol. See you guys later.